Dwayne here, Phoenix, Typewriter.com. Got the IBM Selectric 2 here. That's got a noise we're going to take care of here on camera. Let's hear it. So, machine is on right here. Sounds good. Everything seems alright. Moves back and forth okay. Bell works. But if you listen closely, it sounds good right now. But if I hit the space bar, it makes that clicking sound. Hit the space bar again, it goes away. Hit the space bar, click. So let's take care of that. I have seen this many times, maybe hundreds of times. I'm going to take the case off just to make this a little easier. It can probably be done with the case on, but let's take it off just to get a little better access in here. Alright, let's put the flat roller back in. What that noise is down below this cover, and it is an operational cam that is slightly out of adjustment. Find a tool here to take this cover off. Of course, as everybody knows, these covers are a little difficult to take off, but click it up like that, grab it, pull it towards you, above the rotate, and out. So what's wrong here is these cams right here. One of these is a space bar, this one runs everything else, backspace, index, return, and that's it. So this cam is making the noise right here. You can hear it change. So it's not that piece that sticks back here in the back. It's an actual adjustment of this black ring that's right here. And it's got these, let me turn this off and crank it by hand. It's got this two nuts, little right there. There's one nut right there, and that one's got the adjustment. It's got two nuts. That nut loosens it. This nut's the adjustment. On the other side, there's another nut just for tightening things down. So we're going to adjust that. And what I'm going to do, since it's pretty tough to get wrenches down in here and turn them because of the shaft, basically, I'm going to slide that shaft out of the machine, which is pretty simple. You just come over here, move the carrier over. There's a C-clip over here holding this shaft in place right there. Wedge that thing out of here, unclip it. Let me see, there it goes. And remove it. And now that shaft will slide out. I'm going to move the carrier back over here. I'm going to push this shaft out. Just like that. And that is going to open up this side of the machine. So there's the end of the shaft. And it just goes into this bearing over here. And just leave that. Don't be hitting anything else. Or it's not going to be happy. Okay. So, we're going to deal with that cam right there. Let's see if I can find a spot to put this camera that's not in my way. You can still see down in here. Okay. Turn this off. Since that nut's right there, there's one of them right here. That's just a tightening one. I'm going to loosen this one. These are 1/4 inch standard IBM. I'll just loosen that a little bit. Maybe just a 1/4 turn. I'm going to move it by hand. I'm going to hit the space bar, cycle it around to that other nut right there. Just leave it right on. Yeah, I was going to leave it on top, but it moved. So, take this other nut and loosen it just a little bit. Just a little. That's enough. Then the secondary nut there. That's what we want to adjust. And find a wrench for that. Didn't have that handy, but I think it's a 5/16. So I think it's this size right there. And I'm just going to move it a fraction that way. I'm actually not sure if that's the way it goes. And sometimes you got to leave this wrench on there. I'm going to try tightening it down. See if it moves, stays in place. Move this camera up a little bit. And see if I can tighten this nut down without that inner nut turning. Let's see. Okay, I think I got it. We'll just try it. If I went the right way, the clicks will stop. It's still clicking. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that nut that direction now. I'm actually going to turn it while it's still the other nuts. I didn't tighten it down all the way. It should turn. And it does. So let me turn this. Let me try it. Let's try it and see what happens here. It sounds louder. It might have slipped. I'm going to go back the other way. So back. I guess this would be counterclockwise. Let me leave it right there. There it is. That is. It should have gone counterclockwise. So the best thing to do is maybe tighten this back one up right here. Just the single nut side. Go ahead and tighten this up. That will kind of hold it in place when I tighten the other nut. Tighten that down. You don't want to really squeeze those too tight because they're against plastic. So they got a limited amount of torque you can give to them. Let me tighten up this other nut here and see if it stays in place. Let's try it. We're good. So it's quiet. Quiet now. Quiet now. Now, quiet now. So what that does is it adjusts this black plate. It's hard to see on camera against this the stopper. So if it wasn't there, it would make a clicking noise if I force it. Well, I'm not going to get it to happen. But that's the adjustment for that type of a rattle on the IBM Selectric 2 or 3 or 1, 2 or 3. Let's put the shaft back in here while we got it on camera. So let me lift this up a little higher, and we'll turn this off. Run the shaft back through to the other side, and as long as the key slot's in about the same position, it should line up over here with the gear mesh, and just make sure it lines up with the hole right there. Stick it on through, and you can tab over, put that clip back on here, and should be all done. Put that clip back on. It's pretty straightforward. Just like that. And that is fixed. So this machine was pretty much ready to go. But then I heard the clicking and decided I'd take care of that. I guess we'll let's go ahead and throw this cover on. Everybody seems to have trouble getting these covers on. I'll show you how it goes on. You get your cover, stick it underneath the tab cord there with your finger, push it down, grab the rotate with your other fingers, put it underneath. It's definitely a learn the process, and then take a tool and put the back in here first, this little corner. Watch this guide wire back here, clicking in place. Alright, Phoenix Typewriter, good day.